Hello, this is Tim Winter, Superintendent of Schools, and this school messenger announcement is to inform you that there will be a snow day. Hold on. You've heard that way too many times this year, so let's go with what we're here for today. Good afternoon and welcome to Wamego High School 2019 commencement exercises. I am Tim Winter, Superintendent of USD 320. On behalf of the Board of Education, all faculty and staff of Wamego High School, I'm happy to have you all here as our guests to help honor the class of 2019. Joining me on stage here today is Dr. Chad Breckeisen, Principal, Dennis Charbonneau, Assistant Principal and Athletic Director, Dr. Mary Kay Siebert, Director of Curriculum Instruction and Assessment, Board of Education President Corey Meyer, and other board members Rob Petty, Michelle Johnson, Nicolette Ziegler, and Bruce Coleman. Congratulations to these seniors for doing what it takes to be here in these seats today. Thank you and congrats to all parents, guardians, family, and friends for the role you played in preparing these young ladies and gentlemen for this day and the days to come. Graduates, 2018 has been another phenomenal year for Wamego High School and all of USD 320. Just like many classes before you, you showed strong character, resolve, integrity, hard work, and you needed the occasional push from a teacher, sponsor, or coach to help you grow and accomplish many great things. For that, I want to say thank you. Thank you for all you have given to WHS and this community. Thank you for making mistakes and learning from those mistakes. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity to work with you and to get to know you. And thank you for enduring the challenges and changes that have occurred here at USD 320 during your time. Some of those changes made your day easier and some inconvenienced you, but I'm sure they have all prepared you for the ever-changing world that we live in. On a personal note, thank you for those words of encouragement you always provided me when I had to make those very difficult snow day decisions, especially the chants at the basketball games. Graduates, in all seriousness, you've had a phenomenal 4 years, and I wish you the very best. I trust that the challenges, lessons, relationships, and changes you have experienced here at WHS will be tools for you to be successful in whatever you do or desire to do in the years to come. And this class, the class of 2019, will always be known for the weather. So for you, one last time, this is Tim Winter, Superintendent of Schools, and you will have a snow day on Monday, May 20th. Congrats again, God bless, and thank you for all of your efforts and hard work. And would you all please stand now for the singing of our national anthem by High Voltage.
Oh, say can you see Thank you, Mr. Horton and the high voltage members. Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Chad Breckheisen, Principal of Wamego High School. Thank you all for being here on this very special day for the class of 2019. The first order of business I need to take care of is our severe weather plan. Please refer to the severe weather statement sheet if you have one. If you're up here on the wrestling deck, you will go out the doors and down the stairs and into the girls' locker room at the bottom of those stairs. Northwest bleachers, that would be you right here. You will go in the middle area here. The boys' locker room is immediately behind you. The southwest bleachers, you will also enter through the middle and go in either the girls' locker room or the boys' locker room, whichever one is you can get into. They should hold all of you. North and south is divided by the half court. Over here in northeast, you will exit out the northeast doors and walk all the way down the hall, almost to the auditorium, down into the science hallway down there. South floor section, east corner of the gym, you'll go out the bar doors and you will turn left, go down the back hallway, and we will direct you to the open classrooms wherever we can get you into that safe area. As long as you're in the internal part of the building, you should be safe. Handicap seating, you will be in the two rooms right behind me here, 131, 132. And I think that is going to cover it. So hopefully we do not have any severe weather. If the electricity goes out, please stay seated until we get an announcement as far as what needs to happen. Hopefully it comes right back on. Thank you. Now it is my honor to introduce the senior class president, Eli Wolf, who would like to welcome our guests and visitors on behalf of the graduating class. Ladies and gentlemen, senior class president, Eli Wolf.
Boy, oral comm did not prepare me for this. On behalf of the Wamego High School graduating class of 2019, I'd like to welcome family, friends, and staff to this day. This day is so important, both to me and every one of my classmates. Our graduation from high school is a culmination of years of hard work, struggles, sometimes tears, sometimes laughter, and sometimes both at the same time. High school has been an unforgettable journey. Each of us has had our own unique experiences, but together we share a common bond as members of the class of 2019. It is a bond in which I have the utmost pride in. Over the past 4 years, we have grown so much emotionally, mentally, and physically. Personally, I have gone from looking Marquise and Caden in the eye to looking up at them. Fortunately, with Jalen, I never had this problem. But anyway, to the point, we've all grown immensely, and I'm proud of what we stand for. Over the years, we have watched and learned from others before us, what we want to be and also what we don't want to be. One word I would use to describe our class is kind. This kindness stems from a greater understanding of the feelings and needs of others around us, which I think demonstrates the immense level of maturity that our class shows. We have each and every one of you here in the audience today to thank for that. I think I speak for everyone in my class when I say that we cannot thank you enough for your constant love, support, and guidance. Looking out at my classmates, I can see how that guidance and support has made our class something incredibly special. We have a diverse class full of compassionate leaders, thinkers, and hard workers. Honestly, the only thing I see missing from our class today is Logan's Raptors jacket. So as we gather here to celebrate all we have accomplished, we are also here to look to the future. And I can honestly say, with all the bright minds and kind hearts in our class, things on the horizon look pretty great. Parents, grandparents, friends, neighbors, faculty, and administration, thank you for giving us such a solid foundation to grow.
Thank you, Eli. At this time, we will recognize many of our students for outstanding achievement academically. I would direct your attention to your programs where students are listed along with a notation indicating specific honors. Our first group we will recognize will be our 12 State Scholar designees. These students must complete a rigorous curriculum, maintain a high GPA, and score a very high ACT. Their unweighted GPA and ACT score is used to create an index score, which will then determine which students across the state are distinguished as state scholars, designees. Students, please stand as I call your names and remain standing until all names have been called. Please hold your applause until all are standing. Marin Blanca, Logan Ebert, Aubrey Hildebrand, Blaine Hoopy, Hannah Long, Emma McKee, Caden Moore, Lauren Schaefer, Kinsey Underwood, Sarah Wainwright, Eli Wolf, Ashlyn Zacko. Thank you. You may be seated. Our next group will be our National Honor Society students who go through a rigorous application process to become National Honor Society members. They must demonstrate excellence in character, leadership, scholarship, and service. Senior National Honor Society members, please stand as I call your names and remain standing until all names have been called. Please hold your applause until all are standing. Marin Blanca, Logan Ebert, Maddie Farr, Evan Garcia, Sydney Hefty, Aubrey Hildebrand, Blaine Hoopy, Kylie Jones, Margaret Cagdis, Hannah Long, Amanda Luthi, Emma McKee, Willow Neal, Victoria Petty, Faith Pitchford, Emma Schoenbeck, Emily Schwein, Lauren Schaefer, Jenna Smithson, Matthew Solomon, Chambry Still, Georgia Ubel, Kinsey Underwood, Sarah Wainwright, Nicholas Watson, Erica Wordy, Jacob Wick, Eli Wolf, and Ashlyn Zacko. Thank you. You may be seated. We will now recognize our students who have excelled in the classroom. This is a very elite group as they must have a 4.0 cumulative GPA or higher through their 4 years of high school. Students being recognized have been straight-A students or have enrolled in one or more advanced placement courses we offer. These courses are college level and receive a higher weighting when student GPA is calculated. Students achieving this honor have a red and white honor cord. Students, please stand as I call your names and remain standing until all names have been called. Please hold your applause until all are standing. Marin Blanca, Zachary Dillinger, Logan Ebert, Giannis Fisher, Kylie Gardner, Nicholas Ginneman, Christopher Hartley, Aubrey Hildebrand, Blaine Hoopy, Margaret Cagdis, Hannah Long, Emma McKee, Caden Moore, Victoria Petty, Faith Lauren Schaefer, Georgia Ubel, Sarah Wainwright, Matthew Solomon, Kinsey Underwood, Eli Wolf, and Ashlyn Zacco. Thank you. You may be seated. Each fall, KU Alumni Association recognizes the top 2% of senior classes based on 6 semester transcripts of high school. They are presented with a medallion at the award ceremony. Students, please stand as I call your names and remain standing until all names have been called. Please hold your applause until all are standing. Marin Blanca, Zachary Dillinger, Logan Ebert, Aubrey Hildebrand, Blaine Hoopy, Margaret Cagdis, Hannah Long, Emma McKee, Victoria Petty, Faith Pitchford, Emily Schwein, Lauren Schaefer, Matthew Solomon, Kinsey Underwood, Eli Wolf, and Ashlyn Zacco. Thank you. You may be seated. The Kansas State Department of Education awards a certificate of academic excellence to students who have scored a 32 or higher on the ACT. Students, please stand as I call your names and remain standing until all names have been called. Please hold your applause until all are standing. Zachary Dillinger, Aubrey Hildebrand, Eric Lewis, Caden Moore, Matthew Solomon, Eli Wolf, and Ashlyn Zacco. Thank you. You may be seated. The concert band, conducted by Mr. Chris Richmond, will be playing a cartoon symphony by Larry Clark. Married Life from Up will be arranged by Kylie Gardner, Blaine Hoopy, and Nick Ginneman. Thank you, Mr. Richmond, and thank you, seniors, for a wonderful ending to that song. Each year at commencement across the country, valedictorians and salutatorians are recognized at Wamego High School is no different. Wamego High School recognizes a salutatorian as a student with the second highest cumulative GPA. This year, there was a tie, and we will have co-salutatorians. The valedictorian as the student with the highest cumulative GPA in the class of 2019. The students I am about to introduce are very deserving of these honors due to their commitment to academic excellence. They have persevered and shown great discipline to sustain their GPA over 4 years of high school. I must also add that these students were outstanding leaders outside the classroom, as they were very active in extracurricular activities, clubs, and organizations. The first salutatorian I'm going to introduce plans on attending K-State University. She is going to major in athletic training for physical therapy. She is a daughter of Kelly and Laura Zacco. One of her fondest memories in high school is running a state cross-country meet with her teammates. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the first Wamego High School salutatorian, Ashlyn Zacco.
Hello, class of 2019. Before I begin, I would like to thank my family for guiding me and supporting me through these years of high school. I would also like to thank our wonderful teachers and administration here at Wamego High School for the hours of work they have put in to help us achieve our goals and become the best we can be. And finally, I would like to thank all of you, my classmates, for being a part of so many of my best memories. High school wouldn't have been nearly as enjoyable without you. We have just completed 13 years of school, and we have learned a lot. What may come to mind first is the academic information you've learned in class and spent hours studying, or not studying. However, many of the things we learned never showed up on a test and wasn't even taught in a classroom. As a class, one of the earliest things we learned together was how to square dance. I'm not sure why that was deemed important, but the hoedown was arguably the most memorable and exciting event of our central years, right next to our parachute routine, of course. We learned about each other and grew closer as a class and closer as friends. Whether you moved here somewhere along the journey or have been with us since the beginning, you are all an integral part of our class. And the memories we have made together at football games, spirit weeks, school dances, and much more will never be forgotten and will be cherished in my mind forever. We learned that all events can benefit from a tailgate. Not just football games, but cross-country meets, musicals, even the first and last days of school gave us breakfast tailgates. But how else would you expect us to practice our tailgating before college football games next year? We learned that a little friendly competition between classmates can be healthy. Whether it's competing with your teammate or competing with a peer in the classroom, we bettered ourselves through our competitive nature. Finally, we learned how quickly 4 years can go by. I remember being told as a freshman that high school would be over in the blink of an eye. I always brushed those comments off because 4 years felt like a life sentence to me. But actually, they were right. It feels like yesterday that it was our first day of high school, and we were all so nervous, but also excited about all the new experiences presented to us. It feels like just yesterday when we walked around aimlessly in a school that seemed impossible to navigate. But here we are, at the end of our high school days, leaving a school that has become so familiar to us that the thought of us ever getting lost is laughable. During this last semester of our high school years, I, as well as many of you, have learned how to slow down and appreciate the little moments in life before they are just memories. We will not get to have all those moments of fun with our classmates next year. All of those cheesy pep rallies and class competitions will become a thing of the past. There's a lot about high school that we will leave behind, but that's how life is. You cannot live in one moment forever. As I conclude my speech, I'll leave you with a quote from Brian Tracy, who said that continuous learning is the minimum requirement for success in any field. We may be done with school, but we are not done learning. Do not stop acquiring new knowledge and do not be content where you are. Treat each and every day as a learning opportunity and as an opportunity to better yourself. High school has shaped us into the adults we will become. We learned together as a class, and now we must go our separate ways and show the world what Wamego High School has prepared us to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashlyn. The second salutatorian I am going to introduce plans on attending the University of Missouri, Kansas City. She will major in chemistry, pre-medicine. She is a daughter of Philip and Monica Schaefer. One of her fondest memories in high school is winning the 4A Forensic State Championship in duo acting. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the second Wamego High School salutatorian, Lauren Schaefer.
faculty, and family members. I would like to start off with thanking each and every one of you for being here today. From teachers to mentors to parents, each of you has had an impact on students sitting here. I know I speak on behalf of the class of 2019 when I say that we cannot be more grateful for all that you do. Your guidance and encouragement has helped shape the individuals we are today, and for that, we thank you. When I was first informed that I would have the shared title of salutatorian, ideas of what I would speak about today began racing through my mind. Unfortunately for me, I hated all of them. Finally, I forced myself to just sit down and start writing. When I did that, the feeling really hit. Well, multiple feelings hit. First, the anxiety of having to deliver a speech in front of a gym full of my peers and their families. I mean, portraying a man-eating plant in front of a crowded room is one thing, but speaking out to the community that has supported and encouraged us is a little more frightening. Second, the feeling of nostalgia. This school has been where we have spent a majority of our time these last 4 years. Even just the gym represents numerous events to so many of us. It's where we welcomed home our veterans from the honor flight, where countless pep rallies were held, where we stood on the bleachers our junior year, jumping and cheering on the boys' basketball team, where we were suddenly not standing on the bleachers cheering on the boys' basketball team. And most importantly, it's where we graduate. Of course, the last emotion I experienced writing this speech was a sense of pride and accomplishment. Each of you is sitting here today because of your hard work and dedication, both inside the classroom and out. After realizing this, I knew what I wanted to talk about. Throughout high school, we all have faced different challenges. Some may have been minimal, while others pushed us to our limits. No matter the challenge, we all have risen up to face it head on. We have pushed ourselves to see just how much we can accomplish. Going into senior year, I knew I wanted to be as involved as I was the previous year. I decided to run for officer positions and even try new school activities. What I hadn't calculated was the time I would need to take care of college matters. There were times when I was so unbelievably busy, all I wanted to do was either take a nap or cry. Maybe both. You'll be happy to hear that I never did both, even if I did compose in Mrs. Lonker's AP Lang class. And that wasn't even senior year. While there were times that when my workload was overbearing, I was able to achieve many of my goals this year by pushing myself. I knew that in order to have the senior year that I wanted, I needed to persevere and keep putting my best foot forward, the same way all of you have achieved many of your own endeavors. In life, there will always be someone who doubts your abilities or even your willingness to accept new challenges. Not too long ago, I was told by someone that I really snuck into the running for the title of salutatorian. At first, I was too stunned to reply. All I could think was, why would this person think I never had a shot? And honestly, it stuck with me for a while. I tried to think of what factors could have led to this conclusion. Maybe it was because I wasn't as vocal about the matter. Or maybe it was because I wasn't in the gifted program. Whatever it was, I soon came to realize that it didn't matter. While there are individuals who will put you down or have no belief in you, it's up to you to prove them wrong. Each and every one of you is capable of anything you put your mind to. Don't let anyone get in the way of that. These past 4 years, we all have been given the opportunity to grow and discover who we want to be. We have made lifelong friendships and accomplished so much. Of course, we do have our teachers and families to thank for aiding us in our success. Their guidance and willingness to go the extra mile for us has greatly impacted our lives. So much so that many of us have decided on our major or future career due to their influence. Thank you to the teachers, parents, coaches, mentors, and countless other leaders in our community for stepping up and taking the time to work with us. It means more than we can ever express. And so I guess all I have left to say to you all is this. No matter the obstacle standing in your way, no matter the difficulty of the challenge you face, no matter what anyone says about you, never give up. Remember to stand tall and persevere. Work hard, and I guarantee you will see the results. Surround yourself with people who push and encourage you. I know that I couldn't be here today without the help of my friends. I encourage you all to look back on your high school days and remember all of the memories you made, as well as your accomplishments. But I also encourage you all to go out into the world and make new memories and take on new challenges. You've made it this far, don't give up now. So, to the class of 2019, I say this. Onwards. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. Our valedictorian, upon graduating today, will attend Kansas State University. He will major in medical biochemistry. He is the son of Curtis and Amy Wolf. His fondest memory is senior prom. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2019 Wamego High School valedictorian, Eli Wolf.
Hi, I'm back. Lucky you guys getting to hear from me twice. Did you even know I had so much to say? Can you believe we are here at the finish line of K through 12? We all had moments when it seemed like this day would never get here, but yet it all went so fast. I was thinking back to 3rd grade, and I remember Zach's epic Bionicles collection. Right, Zach? For those of you who don't know, Bionicles are sort of like a Lego action figure, and Zach had a neatly organized collection of every single one in his room, and I was so amazed by that. Now that I'm an official adult, I can honestly say it was as cool as it was I thought in 3rd grade. We've always had the best class in my opinion. I've been so blessed to have been a part of this group of kind, funny, smart, and unique individuals. We all have so many memories together, things that connect us in a way that will never be able to be duplicated. Memories that will bind us together even as we go our various ways. My grandpa has a catchphrase, "I'll never forget the time." We tease him about it because he's always using it, but I've had so many "I'll never forget the time" moments with all of you that I fear I'm at risk of sounding like my grandpa one day. For example, I'll never forget the time Marquise hit the game winner against Rock Creek. I'll never forget the time Logan sprained his ankle, or that other time he sprained his ankle, or the 13th time Logan sprained his ankle and needed surgery. I'll never forget the full spirit you all showed at the sporting events. Although we had fun, we kept it classy. Who knew Jake and Zusi had such great looking legs in a cheer skirt? I'll never forget the time I encouraged Emma to run in the hall and she broke her foot right before prom. Now I guess I can tell you I felt pretty bad. However, if I must say, it wasn't my idea to run in platform shoes. I'll never forget the time spent playing Blockus and meditating with Coach Weber in SIP class. Oh, and the Rube Goldberg machine. I'll never forget the time we had 8th grade play day in 60-degree weather, so instead of swimming, we all did the cha-cha slide on the edge of the pool. And I'll never forget the time Mr. Webb told us in calculus, "Don't drink and deride." Now I could go on, but I don't want to turn into Coach Patton or anything, so I'll wrap this up. I know I already covered this in my first speech, but I think it can't be said enough. Thank you. Thank each and every one of you in this room that helped us, the class of 2019, achieve our goals. You supported us, encouraged us, and looked out for us. You believed in us. For that, we are truly grateful. I want to specifically thank my parents and grandparents, and siblings, as my sister insists, who has never ceased to be in my corner and supported me in everything I have pursued for the last 18 years. From taking me to numerous basketball tournaments and soccer games, to helping me write speeches like this one, create presentations, and create applications. They truly have guided me through it all and helped me achieve many of my greatest aspirations to this day. Secondly, I would like to thank every Wamego teacher and administrator that has guided me along the way. Not only has each and every teacher I've met here in Wamego helped